G'day people, I'm Sharon, welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to show you two different kinds of feet for doing free motion quilting. One kind can look like this. It attaches to the ankle that's normally on my machine. There are some that are separate, but they have a few different little bits at the bottom and they're called passive feet. This one is an active foot and it's got a big spring on it. They're an older style. Both can be used on your machines today. Let's have a look how they're different. This is what is termed a passive foot, and the reason I've got this particular one on is because a lot of people who've got passive feet will have this variation of it. This is another variation that can be in the kit with the ankle, and there's also an open-toed one like this. The object of these feet is that they don't bounce. I want you to watch what happens when I sew with this, remembering the feed dogs are down, so the fabric won't move unless I move it. You'll notice that foot was not bouncing up and down as I worked. And that's what a passive foot does. It stays in the one spot. You move the fabric around underneath it, but it's not bouncing up and down. A lot of people find these ones are easier to work with because they're not visually bouncing around. I'm going to change the foot now to an active foot or a darning foot, and then we'll have a look at that. To put the active foot on, I actually have to change the ankle of my foot. And this is the active one with the big spring. There's a wire that is going over the top of the needle bar screw. And make sure it's firmly attached. On my particular machine, I have to tell it that I'm using the active foot, so it now knows that it's got this foot on, and I will do the same as I did before. You can see as I was sewing, that foot was actually bouncing up and down, and that makes it a bit harder for some people to be sure of where they're going with their free motion. So why would anyone use the active foot? Well, they're a lot more easily available and cheaper. The passive feet tend to come in kits and they have a few additional accessories in them. And because of that, it's more expensive. These ones are easily available just about anywhere, but make sure you get one that's right for your machine. Whether you have a high shank or a low shank, you need to get the right one. These ones also work better if you're doing fabric art. So if you've got some cording laid over what you're sewing and you want to be able to get over it, these ones bouncing will do that. They also cope better if the levels of quilting have got more wadding in some areas than others. These things can bounce over inconsistencies. It's a little bit more difficult sometimes with the passive ones. So hope you've learned something more about your machine today and what accessories are available for them. See you next time.